You know who we haven't spoken to for a while? Our other Cancun caller. It's Bitdefender. Bitdefender, welcome.
Hey David, I hope you're well.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent. What's on your mind today?
I was listening, enjoying your Monday themed show about critical race theory, and there was a point in the show in which you mentioned how angry and how mad people got at these rallies and events. I do believe there's some element of heightened anger. Republicans seem more prone to outrage in this sense. I think because of the culture war, but that's beside the point. The
Okay.
question is, given that anger and stress usually have negative health consequences, and this is a bit of a random question, do you think maybe in the future we will see, statistically significant enough differences in health outcomes by political ideology?
Well, we already might. So there's a very interesting thing about that, which is the red states on average have worse healthcare systems and lower life expectancy. It's already the
Of
case.
course.
Now, there's a real question as to whether within those states there's a difference in life expectancy based on political ideology. But like, for example, Mississippi, which is one of the reddest states, has very bad health care. And, Connecticut, which is a very blue state, has very good health care. So we already see that. The counterbalance is, I believe it's still true that conservatives on average have more kids than liberals. So you could, I mean, it's complicated math, but you could have a situation where the Republicans have lower life expectancy, but they're reproducing more quickly, and that allows them to keep winning elections. We need more data to answer the question, but it's an interesting one.
Well, I don't know about influencing electoral outcomes.
Yeah.
The question is mostly, like individual health outcomes on average, given the externalities of stress and, heightened negative emotion.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a question that we just need data to answer, and it's data that I don't
Yeah, of
have.
course.
The data we do have, though, is that on average, life expectancy is longer in blue states, and it would stand to reason that if you extrapolated that out, on average, you may well be right that leftists have a slightly longer life expectancy than right-wingers by virtue of where they live, not because of their ideology. You're asking a more specific
course.
question, but I think it's a fascinating one. I don't know the answer.
Is it one of those questions that pop into your mind? Because you are a busy person. You live stress on a daily basis, I guess. I suppose you can tell that it does take a toll on your health. I can't imagine what it would be to live in a world in which, most of the Republican beliefs are, well, certainly true for them,
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that was my question. Thank you very much, David.
Hey, it's been years since I've been to Cancun. How are things there right now?
Well, the city keeps growing. Big urban problems keep, happening, keep popping up. This is a city that was originally designed for 250,000 people, and we're breaking 1.1 million, I think.
Wow.
There's issues related to that. A lot of wealth inequality between the planned part of the city and the new parts for, various different reasons related to government.
As
Also,
someone who lives there, do you ever go to the hotel zone, or do locals never go to that area?
Oh, I work at the hotel zone.
Oh, you work there. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, how about for people who live there and don't work in the hotel zone? Do they ever go to the hotel zone?
Yeah. Think of it like you live in New York, I think. Think of it like the nicer part of town that it's not downtown.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where the very high-end restaurants are. It's where usually very affluent people will usually just live, like they will eat, work and sleep in the hotel zone.
Got it.
In residences and whatnot. But yeah, and you will see a big wealth difference here between the people that live here and the people that work.
Got it. Got it. All right. Well, I appreciate the call. Great to hear from you again.
Thank you, David.
All right. There's Bit Defender, strongly defending bits in Cancun.